Regrets, I've had a few. How about you?
Yeah, there are times when I wish I hadn't spent so much time, money, effort, family time digging into the facts about flying saucers.
Really? You regret that?
That some of that was probably overdone because people aren't paying attention anyway.
Yes, well.
And because I was denying my family my presence and my mental approval of what they were doing, looking at them. So that's kind of a regret.
I hear that. That's important. I mean, you're balancing family with your passion, and that's certainly going to cause some issues.
Yeah, and it has. And I worry about that. But okay, I can't change the past. What I can do is change the future. And I realize I'm running out of steam. I'm getting old. My memory isn't as good as it used to be. Maybe I should be cutting back on the travels, which are difficult. These days, traveling isn't fun, as you know. I mean, it's a pain in the neck a good deal of the time. And then the question is, where are we going to go from here? What good does it do anyway? You know. So it will be interesting to see the reaction to the new book that Kathleen Martin and I did.
Right.
Fact, Fiction, and Flying Saucers. And it's a frontal attack on the antics of Phil Glass, of Ed Condon, of Donald Menzel, making people aware that there have been evil powers, if you will, throwing monkey wrenches into the business. And lying. That's what bugs me. It's the lying. You know, there may be differences of opinion about some things, but when it's flat out lying and stupidity, how could Ed Condon, who was a brilliant physicist, I say that, you know, I'm a member of the American Physical Society and the American Nuclear Society, say something like, we can't expect there to be alien life visiting here for 10,000 years. What kind of nonsense is that? There's no basis for that. Menzel I can understand better because of his secret ties to the intelligence community, and there was an awful lot of it. Now, Glass was evil right from the start. That is, he lied all over the place. He falsely attacked. Now, I wish I could prove that he was working for somebody, but I haven't been able to do that. I'm not too surprised at that. I talked to somebody from Aviation Week in Space Technology and found out, when they found out that one of their people had connections to the CIA, going back to the Church Committee stuff, where it turned out hundreds of journalists had connections with the CIA and were reporting to them on things going on in the world. I found out that when Aviation Week found out that one of their people, not Glass, had such connections, they fired him. So he certainly would have drawn in his horns, not to make it obvious, if he had any connections. But there has to be some reason for a guy who wasn't stupid to take the actions he did, to say the stupid things that he said. And, you know, I still don't understand why Ed Condon did. And Condon and Menzel worked together. And I don't know whether Condon knew about Menzel's connections with the intelligence community or not. I think the NSA is an important part of the intelligence community. But when I find that people haven't checked the facts again, and have listened to these guys speak nonsense, that's what it boils down to. So that's in the new book, and I'm pleased that we got that out there. I don't know what the response will be, it's too soon, but I think that a very important aspect of what's happened is that the public is far more accepting of the reality of other life from elsewhere now than they used to be 10 years, 5 years, 20 years ago, certainly. And hopefully that's getting a lot of people to thinking, what does it mean, religion-wise, all the other things? These are not trivial questions. And I think one of the reasons the government's been reluctant to put the stuff out on the table is that they've been afraid of what the ramifications would be. Would the religious people go crazy? Would people say, hey, the government's been lying to us for 70 years, isn't that terrible? Throw out the bombs? You know, who knows what they're worried about. Maybe they have a secret message from the aliens that says by 5 years from now, the aliens are going to take over the planet, or they know something like that. I don't know. And what's the point in telling us, because we can't do anything about it anyway, so forth and so on. I don't know. But what concerns me one quick sentence is that the presence of aliens is of concern to governments interacting with each other, and those interactions are not very nice right now. The world is in an upheaval. We need to grow up, and I've seen no signs of our growing up.
That's for sure.